Hej, 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 witajcie ponownie. Dzisiaj będziemy prawdopodobnie dalej rozwijać fabułę, moi drodzy, bo w ostatnim odcinku, jeżeli pamiętacie, udało nam się rozmnożyć te strale i mamy już 3 miejscówki ze zwierzakami. Także lecimy. Hermiona, heho, heho. O, jakieś nowe misje, proszę. Nowe misje? Ale to czekajcie, jak misje? Tutaj. Zbierz stronę przewodnika w podziemnej przystani, wejdź z biblioteki stronę przewodnika z księgi o natychmiastowej transmutacji. Okej. F. Gdzie mamy? No nie mam postaci Luny. No dobra, no to tutaj musimy jakoś dojść. Jedziemy tu. Zobaczymy. Chwila prawdy. Tak, będzie nas prowadzić, także git majemy. Ale musimy cały czas patrzeć, czy coś tutaj ciekawego jest. Co nie ma. O, tutaj gdzieś? He? No. Jak ja mam tam dojść? Czyli nas nie prowadzi. Jak ja mam tam dojść? A tu jest podziemna przystań. Okej, dobra. No to wszystko jasne. Nawet nie wiedziałam, że coś tutaj takiego jest. No proszę. O, coś
So this
tu
is the
jest.
underground harbour.
O!
The Grey Lady. I'd say hello, but she doesn't seem particularly social.
Ta z Ravenclawu. Czekajcie, gdzieś tutaj jest. Czyli tu muszę. Poprosimy. Głęboko pod dziedzińcem wiaduktu znajduje się przystań dla łodzi przewożących uczniów pierwszego roku przez jezioro Hogwartu do uczelni. No proszę. Jeszcze tutaj powinna być jakaś skrzyneczka. A do tej musimy się skradać. Poczekajcie, czekajcie. Do niej musimy się skradać. Dawaj. Okej.
Revelio.
To znaczy, że tutaj już byliśmy. Dobra. To lecimy dalej. Na drugą miejscówkę. Teraz do biblioteki gdzieś musimy iść. Tutaj więcej nic już nie ma. Lecimy na drugą miejscówkę. Jak tam się dostać?
Revelio.
Zobaczcie, tam jest jakaś skrzynka, tylko jak... A może, słuchajcie, może tam trzeba na miotle się dostać? Chyba tak. Chyba na miotełce. Nie mogę tam wlecieć. Nie mogę tam wlecieć jednak. Nie.
My mother would like to speak with me. I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to. I'm hoping she may be easier on me if you are.
Tutaj jest kilka.
Can we meet at the Three
miejscówek.
Broomsticks? It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
No nic, tam się nie dostaniemy, także idziemy zrobić to. I będziemy mieli w końcu ostatni, słuchajcie, czar, czyli czar transmutacji. Przyda nam się. A, to nie w tą mańkę, to tutaj. Gdzieś tu. Tu.
Revelio.
Tu nic nie ma. Idziemy dalej na górkę. O, skrzat.
That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration.
Aha.
Professor
laska
Weasley
też.
asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Jezu.
Some people call bits
Nie
of
mogę
knowledge
Avada
trivial.
Kedavra?
I would argue that no
Użyć.
knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
No jeśli
If
muszę...
that's the only way I can convince you to give me that book, then let's get it over with.
Splendid! Just a few questions and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
The Golden Snidget.
Correct!
No.
The Snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
Felix Felicis.
Felix Felicis.
Well done! Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
Boże, jakie proste.
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct! According to Beedle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of
Proste
Invisibility.
pytania.
Which
Zobaczymy.
ball in Quidditch is the largest?
Kafel.
The Quaffle.
That's right! When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of three hoops in a
Nie
Quidditch
musisz mi
match,
tego
their
tłumaczyć, ja
team
to
is
wiem.
awarded 10 points. True
Zjeżdżaj.
or false? Polyjuice potion allows the drinker to change species.
Fałsz.
False.
Correct. While Polyjuice potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you.
Nie, nie
And I
chcę.
won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
Hej, hej, Nateksa. Nie teraz.
I don't have time for a quiz at the moment.
Let me know if you change your mind. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this.
No proszę, księga o natychmiastowej transmutacji. Ta księga ma za zadanie dostarczyć wskazówek uczniowi pragnącemu poznać bardziej zawiłe rodzaje transmutacji. Profesor Weasley często poleca ją zaawansowanym uczniom jako lekturę.
Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
No to lecimy na transfigurację. Czyli transmutację w sumie. To jest. Dawaj. Lecimy. A, w sumie cały czas muszę te rewelie puszczać, żeby poznajdować jeszcze kilka fantów, bo nie wszystko znalazłam. Co? No, otwórz się. Zamie, otwórz się. Coś tu? Nie, tu nic nie ma. Dawaj, więcej! No to przyspieszamy. Mapa F, tak. Chcemy poczekać. No. I chcę wziąć udział w lekcji transmutacji.
Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now,
Słodziak.
you all know what to do.
Ohoho, no to jedziemy. Dziękujemy. Motylek. Też mam swojego.
Beautifully done.
Yeah! Mam transfiguracji w końcu. W końcu mam to zaklęcie. Tutaj o to dane zamiast tamtego. I teraz jest git. Mam piękny zestaw.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor.
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making excellent use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. Deke tells me you captured a unicorn and brought it back to the room of requirement. Protecting so rare a beast is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Were your meetings with Professor Black's house elf and exploration of various caves down by the lake connected in any way to Professor Fig?
Ja już nie pamiętam tych zadań. I nie wiem, czy chcę skłamać. A nie pamiętam. Na czym polegały tamte zadania? Kurde, pamiętacie? Z czym one były związane? A, damy
Professor
tak.
Fig has encouraged me to explore when I can in an effort to complete my field guide.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed.
Czyli nadrobiłam. A, no pewnie, że wypróbujemy. Dawaj. Tak, to ja rozumiem. Fajne.
Since our visit to Feldcroft, something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
I
Znam
remember
kogoś.
Amit mentioning something about gobbledygook.
Właśnie Amit. Kurczę, czekajcie. Mapa. I zobaczymy tę misję. Po kolei. Porozmawiaj z Amitem, ale tutaj mamy jeszcze zadania poboczne. I ja bym chciała te poboczne też... ze smokiem! O, robimy zadanie ze smokiem. Robimy zadanie ze smokiem. No nie odpuścimy tego zadania. Zdecydowanie. Pójdziemy sobie tutaj. Proszę. I ogarniemy to. Hej, hej, konie Arabek. Siemaneczko.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
What about you taking down that troll in the village circle?
Oh, I do hope Mary and her neighbours...
Excuse me, sir. Are you all right?
Just barely. But I don't want to trouble a student with my woes.
I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
I'm not so sure. Name's Crispin Dunn, by the way. I trade in the surrounding hamlets. Do the most business in Arranshire. A lovely little hamlet. Just stunning gardens. Just the other day, the Daily Prophet ran an article on its scenic hedgerows. Actually, before I go on, I should ask. Are you afraid of spiders?
Tak.
You wouldn't know it by how many I've killed lately, but honestly, I'm terrified of spiders.
Lucky you. Sounds as though you've been able to overcome your fears to a degree. You may not like what I have to say next. The hamlet's overrun with the vile things, and are acting abnormally aggressively. I'm concerned about my customers, of course, but it appears that most of the hamlet's residents fled to safety. It's my friend Mary I worry about. I haven't heard from her, and I fear she's trapped in her cottage.
Understandable. But why don't you check on her yourself?
I would, but I have a crippling fear of the eight-legged beasts, which I, unlike you, seem incapable of conquering. I don't know what to do. Can you think of anyone who can help Mary?
Why are there so many spiders in Arranshire all of a sudden?
I honestly don't know. I've never seen so many
No szkoda,
spiders in all
szkoda,
of
też
my
bym chciała na
life.
smoku
It's almost
polatać.
as if someone's breeding them. They've trapped the entire hamlet in webs. I was lucky to escape it all. Mary always has a way with these beasts. It's very concerning not to hear from her.
Why is it you can't conquer your fear of spiders?
When I was a small child, I was being tormented and chased by a group of local bullies and slid into the hollow of a tree to hide. Within moments, spiders were crawling over every inch of my body. Seemed I'd stumbled on a nest. I couldn't move, paralysed by fear of the spiders and an equally profound fear of the wizards I knew were just outside the tree. I was there for what seemed hours. I can feel their legs on me now just talking about it. Ugh.
Why didn't you ask the ministry for help?
I did. Reached out to anyone who would listen. Tried Minister Spout old Spavin himself. But evidently they have their hands full with who knows what else. It seems this little hamlet has to fend for itself.
I'll try my very best, Mr. Dunn.
Please do. If you can think of anyone that may be brave enough to help, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. They'll find Arranshire southeast of Hogsmeade, just below the train station.
Tutaj z kimś muszę pogadać. Tak, z Poppy, o tym smoku.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar. And Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
If it's all right with you, I'd rather not say. At least not at the moment.
Understood. We all have our secrets.
Mariola, nie,
I
nie
shan't press for
interesuje
more
mnie.
details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can.
Nie
I'll
interesują
let
mnie
you
tego
know when I
typu
have
gry,
news of
wiesz?
her location.
Tutaj wiem, że jest jeszcze jakaś jedna misja do wzięcia. Widziałam. O tam, na górze, właśnie. A, i tutaj dwie misje jeszcze są do wzięcia. No dobra, no to lecimy najpierw po tą jedną. czekajcie, gdzieś tutaj jest. Dobrze idę? Nie, tutaj. Tak zrobimy. O. A, nie, dobrze, tędy. No to jedź.
Revelio.
Coś tu jest? Nic nie ma chyba. Nie ma. A tutaj coś jest. O,
Hello. Is something the matter?
Most decidedly, yes. My precious mooncalf Biscuit was abducted by poachers up north. Oh, the vicious brutes. I tried to fight back, but I was no match for them.
I'm sorry about your mooncalf, Mr.
Garnuff. Just Garnuff. I'm only one goblin. Not a particularly brave one at that. I have no chance against a pack of bloodthirsty poachers. Oh, my poor Biscuit. I can only hope she's able to escape.
Why do you suppose the poachers took Biscuit?
I have no idea. Mooncalf dung's highly valuable for fertilizing magical plants. But I cannot imagine poachers care much about gardening. Who knows what they'll do to her? She could be flogged, skinned, gutted and stuffed. I assume. Oh, Biscuit.
A mooncalf is an unusual pet. Why did you choose Biscuit?
She followed me one evening, wouldn't leave my side. Never thought I was one for a pet of any kind. But now I can't imagine life without her. Mooncalves are often thought of as silly, simple-minded creatures. But I've seen great depth of character in Biscuit. I wouldn't trade her for a hippogriff or a hippopotamus, or even a goose that lays golden eggs.
I'll keep an eye out for your mooncalf, Garnuff.
How kind. If only all of Wizardkind was as gracious to goblins. If you do see her and can bring her safely home to me, I promise to reward you for your efforts.
kurczę, dużo tych
Do keep
widzę
an eye
misji
out.
mi się odblokowało w momencie, jak zdobyłam wszystkie czary. O, tutaj mamy jeszcze jakąś
And be careful
misję.
out there. Poachers are an unscrupulous lot.
I should try and rescue Garnoff's mooncalf. Sounds as if I'd need to head north to find those poachers.
Tutaj mamy jeszcze jedną jakąś misję do wzięcia. To sprawdzimy.
Revelio.
Zapomniałam. Jak zawsze. Zapominam o Revelio.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
O, tutaj. Ta
Pardon me?
laseczka.
Hello, is there something I can help you with?
How do you do?
Ale fajny kolor
I'm
włosów.
Satirus Tugwood, and I have an exciting business proposition for you. Now, it may surprise you to learn that someone of my obvious esteemed lineage would be in business. But I only want to help the less fortunate.
How magnanimous.
Oh, there's more. You see, I've been experimenting with a new beauty cream. A cream that will rid our glorious school of the hideous, greasy pustules plaguing our poor pubescent classmates. But I've run out of the key ingredient, Booba-Tuba pus. Booba-Tubas do grow in the Forbidden Forest, however. If only I could pay someone to collect a few for me.
No to konie Arabek, skup się na Horse Reality.
What precisely are booba-tubas?
Disgusting things, really, covered in protrusions. One needs to squeeze them to collect the pus. They smell simply awful and seem to move on their own. Ugh, I wouldn't go near the things if it weren't for my devotion to my classmates.
How on earth did you discover that booba-tuba pus clears one's skin?
One cannot rely on spells for all appearance enhancements. The errant cast, for example, could relocate one's eyebrows entirely rather than merely thinning them. My darling and now perpetually surprised-looking neighbour discovered that on her own. Poor thing. I am convinced that beauty potions are the future. I'm forever
Też
looking for
racja,
ways
konie
to make
Arabek.
this world a more beautiful place. I suspected that if pure booba-tuba pus could cause boils, an altered form would likely reverse such abominations. And I was correct.
I can try and find some for you if I have the time.
Marvelous. I'd go myself, but I don't want to. I only need a few boobotubers, but they grow wild, so you'll have to look around.
Dobra,
Our
mamy
spotty
jeszcze to.
classmates are counting on you, so you mustn't tarry.
I zobaczymy, czy coś jeszcze tutaj, jakieś zadania są do wzięcia, ale nie widzę. Już chyba więcej tutaj zadań nie mamy. Ja bym się jeszcze tepła tutaj i się rozsprzedała, bo chyba coś mam do sprzedania. Z tego, co się orientuję, ale pewności nie mam. Najwyżej ewentualnie zobaczymy, czy jest coś do kupienia. Bo może jakieś nowe ciuszki sobie kupimy. Dawaj.
Now, come on in and have a look around. No touching if you have sticky fingers.
Nope, nie ma nic do kupienia, ale mamy coś do sprzedania. Dobra, pozbyliśmy się niepotrzebnych ciuchów.
I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure
A,
to stop
jeszcze
by.
zobaczmy, czy mam jakieś do sprzedania zwierzory. Nie, żadnych zwierzorów nie mam do sprzedania. I zobaczymy, jakie tutaj misje są do ogarnięcia. O, splątana sieć, to odpryszczanie. A gdzie jest to zadanie z smokiem? Już nie mam? Nie mam. To weźmy to zadanie. Ono jest od najniższego poziomu, więc powinno być najłatwiejsze. Mapa świata. Możemy się tepnąć tam w sumie. Tepnąć się czy hipogryfem jechać? Koniu, ty mi powiedz. Tepnąć się? Dobra, to się tepiam. I jesteśmy na miejscu. I zaraz będzie walka. Mwahaha. Mwahaha.
Perhaps I should scout around Feldcroft for something to poach.
Revelio. Poachers. Garniff was right then. I'd better be careful.
Nie muszę być.
Levioso.
Confringo!
Ohoho. No proszę. Tak? No zobacz. Coś jeszcze chce? Nie, no ona tam jest, ale ja nie mogę jej... Dobra.
Revelio.
Coś jeszcze tutaj? No wszystko. No to wszystko. Tak mi się wydaje. Wiginowy. Czekajcie, jak to otworzyć? Jak to otworzyć? Ham. Jak ja mam to otworzyć?
Revelio.
Jak ja mam to otworzyć? Nie wiem, jak mam to teraz otworzyć.
Anne is getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the catacomb.
Nie wiem, jak to teraz otworzyć. Co ja mam teraz zrobić?
Revelio.
Coś z góry zrzucić? No naprawdę nie wiem.
Finger. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Bombarda.
No nic nie działa. Chyba, że to. Nope.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Jak ja mam ją uratować, jak to się nie chce otworzyć? Nie wiem, może muszę jeszcze tego Pouchera zabić. Nie wiem, naprawdę nie wiem.
Stop right there. Ah, the lamb returns to the wolf.
Glacius. Confringo.
Proszę bardzo.
About the location of the Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her.
Revelio.
Meet me in the town circle.
No nie,
in
to raczej nie
Hogsmeade.
do tego. O, tutaj coś jest.
Alohomora.
Królika. Uratowałam. Uciekaj, króliczku. No kurczaczki. No co ja mam zrobić z tym?
Revelio.
Jak ja mam to otworzyć? No dobra, ale jak ja mam ją utworzyć? Tą klatkę. Depulso.
Descendo.
No kurczaczki.
Accio.
Jak ja mam otworzyć tą klatkę? Naprawdę nie wiem.
Defender. Levioso.
No w żaden sposób nie mogę otworzyć tej klatki. Nie wiem, na górę wejść? I od góry użyć jakiegoś zaklęcia? Bo też może tak być, ale... Kurde. Czemu ona się na to nie chce wspiąć? Zrobimy tak. No tutaj nawet nie mogę usiąść. Czyli to nie o to chodzi.
Revelio.
Seryjnie nie wiem, jak to otworzyć. Czy to jest po prostu zbugowane? Czy jak? Czyżby mi się zbugowała misja? No nic, chyba mi się zbugowała misja, także ja ją zostawiam. No co mam zrobić? No nic nie zrobię. Ale sobie przynajmniej to wezmę. Proszę bardzo, dziękujemy.
Revelio.
Naprawdę nie wiem, no kurczę, no. Chciałabym to zrobić, ale nie wiem jak. Macie jakiś pomysł, co można zrobić, żeby to ukończyć? Otóż się. Chyba że spróbujemy ją przez klatkę chwycić. To by też może zadziałało, może. W zwykłej klatce tego nie da rady zrobić, ale może tu nie. Nie zrobi mi. Widzicie? Nie zrobi mi tego. Póki są w klatce, to ich nie mogę. Naprawdę nie wiem, jak otworzyć tą klatkę. Jakie ja mam jeszcze zaklęcia? Flipendo na pewno nie. No nic tutaj nie działa. Ale dlaczego? Nie mam pojęcia. No nic, robimy następne misje. Nic na to nie poradzę. Albo mi się zbugowała, albo czegoś nie czaję, o co chodzi, dlaczego mi się ona nie otwiera, ta klatka. Splątana sieć. Nie, zróbmy to miejsce ze skradzionym jajem. Imperio będę mogła się nauczyć. I teraz mam problem. Smok czy Imperio? Smok czy Imperio? Nie no, najpierw smok, bo zaczęliśmy już tą misję.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Czekamy.
Like her to forget.
Dawaj.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
What was she sending you?
Only some feed she's been developing. I was going to give it to Professor Howen for the measles.
What kind of research is she doing?
It varies from week to week, but it's always to do with creatures. Last week she was studying leg knots in plimpies.
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realized that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
How do you track a dragon long after she's gone?
Tree canopies, burn marks, things like that.
Well done. You certainly know what you were doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right. I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's likely frantic about her egg.
Dobra, no to teraz będziemy do smoka szli.
Here we are.
Ach, się boję.
I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of where the breed would nest. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here.
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
You're making this sound simple, but this is a dragon after all.
Hebrideans can be aggressive, but they're also clever. She caught on quickly enough when you showed her how to escape the tent. She'll understand why we're here once she sees her egg. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
I don't suppose you've thought about keeping it, have you?
No, it belongs to her. Keeping it will make me just as bad as the poachers.
If you're right about finding her here, how do we go about returning the egg?
Her nest will likely be in the heart of her den, which she will be keeping guard over. It might also be more charred than anywhere else, I imagine.
Well then, let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression or food. We should stay on foot.
Aha, czyli nie możemy latać.
Oh, and
Super.
one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are.
Przecież nie. Kurde, czy to ta smuczyca?
There she is, above us. She did make it home safely. Oh, good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons.
O, żeż mordę. Czy ja idę właśnie do leża smoka? Porąbało mnie. Seryjnie. Seryjnie mnie porąbało. Wiecie co? Nie.
Thing must be worried sick, wondering what happened to her egg.
Nie ma szans. Nie ma szans, że ja się będę po otwartym terenie przez moczycy poruszać.
For what it's worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
Let's hope it stays that way. Until we've done what we came to do.
No, tutaj wilczki.
Bombarda! Revelio.
Dobra.
I wonder how many they brought to capture her. At least 10 usually.
Gdzie jesteś, Smithy? Myślałam, że dołączysz do nas na Borneo. Wiem, że wiążesz nadzieję z areną walk, ale prawdziwe galeony leżą w akromantulach. Nie uwierzysz, ile zarobiliśmy z Violet kilka dni temu. Nie mówiąc już o tym, że Borneo nie jest wcale takie złe. Tak czy inaczej, wkrótce ruszamy w dalszą drogą, być może do Egiptu. To ogromna ulga, gdy nic już nie ciąży. Do zobaczenia wkrótce, Angus.
How charming. They keep in touch with each other.
Dobra. Tutaj będzie reparo chyba. Kurde, głupia
There she is
smuczyca.
again.
She's breathtaking.
Aha.
Distance.
No właśnie. Dobra, reparo tutaj użyjemy.
Fantastic.
No, lecimy, lecimy. Aż się boję. Na pewno nie zdejmę tego
Wonder how
kolana.
good her eyesight is.
I beg your pardon?
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her. Hebrideans love sheep.
How lucky for us.
No, dokładnie. Ja kameleona nie ściągam. Nie ma szans, nie ściągam kameleona.
Watch your step. Revelio.
Może i jestem szalona, że idę do leża smoka, ale nie głupia.
To pick off a grapple.
Or just raring for a fight.
Powiedzcie, że to już jest gniazdo. Nie, to nie jest jeszcze nadal gniazdo. Masakra.
Quiet, what was that?
O. Nie! Nie! I co teraz?
Well, there's no coming back now.
Chyba jaja sobie robicie. Chyba sobie jaja robicie. Mogę latać? Nie mogę latać. Czekaj. Uwaga. Masakra. Jak ja mam tam dojść? lecimy. Aha. No.
Watch out! It's her domain. She'll make sure we know it.
Serio? Jak ja mam tam dotrzeć? Czekajcie, niech ona jeszcze raz żygnie, dobra.
Keep up. We've just got to make it to the nest.
Oh, she isn't making it easy.
No nie robi tego proste. Porąbało nas. Dobra, dawaj, tutaj. Dawaj, szybko.
Not a warm welcome.
No
It's a
nie
little too warm if you ask me. I don't suppose she'd listen to reason.
I
Dawaj.
normally try, but we're well past that.
Dawaj tutaj.
Get to that opening below her.
Dawaj, szybko.
If we can get to that entrance, we can get to the nest.
Dawaj tutaj.
Look, underneath her. I think we're close.
Dawaj, szybko. Kurde. Jest nieźle.
She's leaving. Quickly.
Brilliant.
Dobra,
There's the nest. We're almost there.
dawaj.
Revelio.
Czy ja dobrze widzę, że tam jest skrzyneczka? No, a przez tego smoka, kurde, nie zbierałam skrzyneczek. Dawaj. Revelio. I lecimy.
Why is every bridge here broken?
Prepare.
Mam nadzieję, że nie ma jej tu w pobliżu, tej wrednej smoczycy. To dosłownie.
Now, if we just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out without too much fuss.
No i będzie jazda. Przeżyliśmy.
That was brilliant! And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it. And we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
Pewnie, że
I
ktoś
was
rodzaju
hoping
żyć.
to look around for a moment, if you don't mind. Take it all in.
I suppose we could catch our breath.
Dobra,
I wonder how long she
poszukajmy.
lived here. Or where she'll
Poszukajmy,
go
może
now.
tutaj gdzieś są jakieś fanty. Tu nie widzę nic. Ale tam widzę jakieś fanty. Nie, no w sumie tutaj nie ma nic. Nie ma żadnych skrzynek? Wróćmy się i przebiegnijmy się. Zobaczymy, czy jakieś skrzynki tu są. Nie chciałabym zostawiać.
Revelio.
To są tylko jaweczki. Ale skrzyneczek nie widzę. O, tutaj będą jakieś. Nie, tu jakieś jajeczka. Tu nam nieprzydatne. O, tu jest skrzyneczka. Tak jest, czyli dobrze, że zostaliśmy. Przynajmniej te skrzyneczki pozbieramy. Tu jest jakaś skrzyneczka, tylko jak się tam dostać? Jak się tam dostać do tamtej skrzyneczki? Chyba, że gdzieś tu? Nie. Nope. Tu nie wleziemy. Trzeba dookoła, znając życie. Nie, ja nie chcę tak. Ja chcę skoczyć. Kurde. Aha. A więc tak.
Rebellion.
Gdzieś tu jakieś skrzyneczki. Tak jest, są. Jedna i druga. Bierzemy tą. Bierzemy tą. Zawsze to coś. Ładnie? Nie, tu nie jest ładnie. Ładne to są te miejsca, gdzie się próby robi. Dobra, wiecie co? Wystarczy.
I can't believe any of what just happened.
Still taking it all in.
No, I think I'm ready to leave if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Horntail Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the castle.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless...
Unless what?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl.
Aha, coś się porobiło.
How could I have been so blind?
No, jajo ukończone. To teraz z tą drugą laską trzeba. Misję. Czy Imperio? Czy to? Może z Nati porozmawiajmy teraz. O matko. No to dawaj.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
So frustrating. You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful? Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you. And she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
So frustrating.
Bleh.
She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned.
Animal magiem.
Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus.
No,
And it is in my
animagiem, to się
gazelle
nazywa.
form that I have been able to wander the highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
Też chcę być animagiem. Ja też chcę. Czemu moja postać się nie może zmieniać w stworka jakiegoś? Ja chcę być animagiem.
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire month. then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight, then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu, but Professor Weasley considers it much too dangerous to teach at Hogwarts.
Can you choose what form your animagus will take?
Oh no, a person's animagus form is determined by their personality. My mother is convinced that my form is a gazelle because I adapt well to any situation. I believe it is because I can sense danger and keep my wits about me.
How does it feel to transform into an animal?
Well, the first time it can be a bit unnerving. I felt a kind of searing pain and a strong double heartbeat. But it gets easier the more you do it. I no longer feel any pain, and I must say, I find a sense of comfort in the double heartbeat. And I love being able to view the world from a different perspective.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
She's concerned for your safety. It may be best for you to stay away from Hogsmeade for now.
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it would be best. Do you? You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Ranrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
I performed a knee reversal hex on a second year.
Dobra, zobaczmy jeszcze, jakie misje nam zostały. No ta była nudna, szczerze powiedziawszy, skoro nie mogę się sama zmienić, ale ta, podejrzewam, będzie ciekawa. Ta może być bardzo ciekawa, bo będziemy się uczyć Imperio. I zdecydowanie będę chciała się nauczyć tego zaklęcia. Siemka, Michał, siemka.
There's no telling what lies in wait for me in there.
You're here. Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't, I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do.
Dobra, zadanie w katakumbach dało niespodziewane dobre wyniki. Nowa wiedza o naszych przodkach otworzyła mi oczy, ale jedno nie mogę zignorować. W podniszczonej wnęce za wielką salą pośród wywróconych sarkofagów znajdował się relik o dziwnym kształcie. Jego moc była łatwo wyczuwalna. Byłbym w niebo wzięty, gdybym mógł go przebadać, ale zbieranie przedmiotów jest zabronione. Dobra.
I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb.
Próbujemy. Jednej rzeczy nie zrobiliśmy. Czekajcie, czekajcie, czekajcie. Cofnijmy się. Nie chcę porzucić tej misji. To nie, to musimy odsejwować. Misję. Ale nie mamy takiej misji, żeby... Ho. Bo jeszcze z Ominisem mamy się wszystko powiedzieć. Ale no to... Dobra. Nie. To lecimy.
I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Revelio. Leviosa. Defender. Crucio. At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. The rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Spiders aren't insects.
Don't start. We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified.
Revelio.
Tutaj więcej nic nie ma, ale tutaj mamy...
Bombarda.
Aj, nie to.
This room is taller than it looks.
Aha, nie mogę, bo muszę to najpierw pewnie podpalić.
Incendio.
I dopiero teraz pewnie mogę to. Pełno.
Revelio.
Czy coś jeszcze?
Confringo.
Wszystko popalić, wszystko popalić. Dobra, trochę się popaliło. I teraz tak, to przeniesiemy tu. Wespniemy się na to. I będziemy mieli tutaj
Finding a
skrzyneczkę.
chest in an inconspicuous loft.
Z Pegazem!
Revelio.
Nie, będziemy mieli Pegaza. Polecimy. Pajuny! Dawaj pajuna.
Leviosa. Defender. Glacier. Leviosa. Confringo. Incendio.
Co jeszcze?
Revelio.
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
Incendio.
Trochę sobie pozbieramy. Tutaj fantów. Oczywiście wszystko to. Proszę.
Revelio.
Gdzieś jeszcze tutaj coś jest do zebrania? Chyba nic. Tylko tutaj spadło. No to rozwalimy. Zdecydowanie.
Watch your step. I nearly slipped there.
Revelio.
Nie lubię tych motywów, jak tutaj wyskakują z nie wiadomo jakich miejsc.
Confringo. Incendio. Glacier.
All this grass. It no longer feels like a tomb. I've read about catacombs that underwent expansion efforts and ran into problems, often cave-ins.
And then were abandoned.
Exactly. We'll be fine, though.
Pewnie, że będziemy w porządku. Jesteśmy zbyt dobrymi czarodziejami, żeby nam się coś stało. Dobra, tu ogarnięte. No to lecimy dalej.
Now this is
Revelio.
the I want to be buried in.
Dobra,
Surrounded
tam
by
jakoś
grandeur.
Trzeba się...
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus.
Coś tu
Seems
trzeba
odd.
zrobić.
There's something here by the altar.
Dobra, tam będzie pajunek, stąd wylezie. Dzień dobry. Dziękujemy.
Revelio.
Wszystkie te trzeba ogarnąć. Nierozważnie wspomniałem w moim raporcie o znalezionym relikcie i napomniano mnie, abym go nie ruszał, ale badania są ważniejsze niż moja wierność zasady i czuję, że w tym relikcie coś drzemie. Słyszałem, że osoby wybrane przez różdżki z dębu szypułkowego władają potężną intuicją, a ja w to wierzę. I ja w to wierzę, dlatego właśnie, gdy nikt nie patrzył, przystąpiłem do działania. Wyczarowałem 2 bariery, aby odizolować relikt. Niech przodkowie mi wybaczą, ale użyłem do tego ich kości. Zamierzam tam wrócić, ale najpierw muszę się przygotować do kolejnego zadania, czyli nauki zaklęcia Imperium. Podobno dobrze działa na wrogów.
What did you find?
Revelio.
Tutaj można wejść. Tu można wejść.
We've made it this far, but clearly we have more to do. I need to find a safe way across. Bombarda!
Dobra, to zrobimy tak. Co to za mgła? Nie dam rady. Jak to zrobić? Aha, spróbujmy to podpalić.
Incendio!
Dobrze. Okej, no to podpaliliśmy. I teraz spróbujmy. Tak jest. Jedne i drugie. Okej, i teraz te damy tu. Okej. Czyli tak, okej. I jeszcze te. Komu się nie robicie? A co to za biały kwadracik mi się tam na dole pojawił? Już nie ma go. No momento. No to chodźcie, chodźcie. Czemu ono nie chce się zrobić? Nie wiem. Jeszcze raz.
Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Nie to. Nie to, to. Czemu wy się nie chcecie tutaj zrobić? Jak tu powinno się zrobić? O, no, tak jest.
Rickety Bridge complete. Incendio! Revelio.
Okej. Haha! Mistrzunio!
Revelio.
Skrzyneczka jeszcze. Proszę bardzo. Dobra, wszystko tutaj ogarnęliśmy. I jesteśmy z powrotem w tym miejscu. No dobra. Skocz. Nic ci się nie stanie.
Wingardium Leviosa.
tutaj muszę to zrobić. Dobra. Dobra, jedne.
That's a lot of bone rattle.
I drugie. Jeszcze? Jeszcze mi brakuje, kurczę, kostek. Skąd ja ci wezmę więcej kostek? A, pewnie tutaj muszę. To tak, reparo. Nope. Dokładnie, dziękujemy. Co to za niebieski, nie niebieski, tylko biały mi cały czas się pojawia?
I assume eerie sounds come with the territory.
Revelio.
Wingardium Leviosa.
No i chyba teraz się otworzy.
Revelio.
Tak jest, otworzyło się, lecimy dalej. Czemu? A, bo muszę z nim
Looks like
pogadać.
part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced the space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperious Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a
Oh,
student
Misiak,
who excelled in
cześć.
charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Wybaczcie, że dopiero teraz odpowiadam, ale strasznie mnie wciągnęła ta misja. W końcu, no uwielbiam tę misję, kurczę, ze Slytherinu, z przeklętymi tymi zaklęciami i tak dalej.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant.
Jedną już rozwiązałam, nie wiedzą.
There's more to this than even I imagined.
Dobra, i tu musi być pewnie druga.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Where did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
Shouldn't I know more about what the curse entails?
Remember the blasting curse? Same idea, except when it comes to unforgivable curses, your intention has to be clear. You have to mean it.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master.
O kurde. Dobra. Tu. Okej. I FK będzie mi potrzebna. No to lecimy. A! Kurde, źle! Prawie. Jedno miałam błąd.
Here we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Revelio.
Spróbujmy. Spróbujmy się zabawić Imperiusem. Tak jest.
Incendio.
trochę sobie podpalimy to. Żeby mieć głowy. Tu damy te pulso.
Revelio.
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How brave is it of you?
I try.
Aha, to pewnie...
This looks different than what we faced before. Now we're also dealing with rune symbols.
Okej, musimy w odpowiedniej kolejności. Pewnie.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Musimy pewnie w odpowiedniej kolejności je otwierać.
Revelio.
To czekajcie. Te drzwi to taki i taki. No dobra. Czyli to. I to. Dobrze, dziękuję.
Keep going.
Następne drzwi to jest taki, czyli ten i ten. Dziękujemy.
Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
A pająka też sobie zabijmy. Ten i ten. No dobra, no to...
Reparo.
Nie reparo, to. To i to. No i dawaj pajączka. No i po wszystkim.
Revelio.
No i to i dobra, dobra, no to... I powinno się to otworzyć.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Czemu się nie zrobiło? No. I już.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done.
Ale to wiesz co? Jeszcze tutaj bym chciała posprawdzać jakieś rzeczy. No tu jest pełno miejscówek jakichś. Czy ja tutaj mogę przejść jakoś? Bombardą może?
Bombarda. Revelio.
Tu nie mogę. To weźmiemy. Tu jakieś fanty. Tu będą pajuny.
Incendio.
Never knew spiders could make such a mess.
Co mnie
Bit
bije?
dramatic, isn't it?
Zobaczcie, coś mnie bije, ale nie wiem co. Why?
Incendio.
Podpalimy. No i...
Accio.
Dobra. Dobra.
Revelio.
Coś tu jeszcze jest? Tutaj trzeba to zrobić.
Bombarda.
Dziękujemy.
Revelio.
Coś tutaj. A
This
jest.
catacomb has suffered decay, just as the student's summary described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time.
No, trochę tego, kurczę, pozbieramy stąd. O, tutaj jeszcze coś jest do ogarnięcia.
Incendio.
Oczywiście to też ogarniemy.
Confringo. Revelio.
Bierzemy to. Bierzemy to. I bierzemy to. Chyba wszystko. Tu wszystko chyba ogarnięte. Z tego przynajmniej co widzę. Tutaj jeszcze tylko to. Tu raczej nie możemy wleźć. Dobra, to lecimy dalej. Z fantami.
Revelio.
A, to tutaj lecimy dalej chyba. Tak, o tu. Tak, to tutaj było. Że to ogarnęłam.
I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
Okay. Jakie wielkie!
For a moment there, I thought that'd never end. Revelio.
Coś tu jeszcze mogę sobie zabrać? Czy nie mogę? Podpalimy. A, nie tym. Dawaj. Łoń.
Revelio.
Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet.
Relikt aż kipi od energii. Jego możliwości mogą przyspółżyć się nie tylko czarodziejom, ale też całemu światu, ale mroczna ofiara, która pozwoli wyzwolić jego potencjał, może być zbyt wielka. Dopóki nie dowiemy się więcej, proszę nie zabieraj reliktu. Okej. Aha, trzeba jakąś ofiarę złożyć, żeby zadziałał.
Sebastian, the relic. Look.
A nie, to jest relikt.
Could it be?
Revelio.
Słuchajcie, weźmiemy sobie te na wszelki wypadek, jeszcze fanty. I tutaj troszkę jeszcze fantów jest. Dobra, chyba wszystek. Tutaj coś jest? Nie ma miejsca, dobra, no dawaj. Dogadamy z nim.
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
The note advises to leave the relic alone.
I assure you, we were meant to find this. For Anne's sake. I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret. Especially from my uncle.
Revelio.
Dobra, czyli to wszystko tutaj jest ogarnięte. No i teraz wychodzimy.
Ominous.
Aha.
Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please. Leave the relic alone.
1 złoty.
We can find another way to help
Dlaczego
Anne.
tak mało osób czyta
I'm
i czemu
sorry,
nie ma
Ominous,
kamerki?
but I'm taking it.
Dlatego, że niewiele osób
you're
pewnie
not.
interesuje ta
If you
gra.
won't put it back, then I
Ja się
will.
tym tak za
Hold
bardzo nie
on,
przejmuję,
both of you.
ale no cóż.
Sebastian,
A kamerki nie ma
please, take a step
dlatego,
back.
że
Fine,
jestem
but
niewyjściowa.
Ominous knows.
O tak
I
powiedzmy.
won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I was glad to hear you tell Sebastian to leave the relic. We need to stand together. Convince Sebastian this is wrong.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more. I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way, come on.
Lecimy. Nie mogę biec? Mogę, dobra. Mam nadzieję, że dobrze biegnę. Tu tędy się wychodziło, a nie, to nie tędy się wychodziło.
Revelio.
To się tędy wychodziło. Kurde, zgubiłam się.
Well, what happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word. Revelio.
Dlaczego nie powiedziałam mu?
I never wanted to keep all this from Ominous. He just doesn't understand. And I didn't want to worry him all over again. As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne.
Dobra, musimy teraz wrócić do Feldcroft. Możemy się chyba tepnąć. Tak, możemy się tepnąć. A, nie mogę! I nie mogę nawet jechać. Nie mogę ani na gryfie, ani kurczę. Muszę piechotką wrócić. No to naginamy. Naginata. Płonie! Feldcroft płonie! Szybko! Czemu nie mogę użyć miotły? Szybko.
When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like Ominous. It'd only upset her.
O, co to za biały kwadracik się ciągle pojawia mi na dole?
Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke, over there, by the hamlet.
Lecimy.
Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
Atakujemy, szybko.
Was that your pet? Oh, little...
Leviosa! Finder!
No! You up! I won't. What an unfortunate disappointment!
Finger! You
I won't.
Let's get this over with.
To the right!
Got it!
They're closing in!
What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
You did what you had to do.
If I have to keep proving that to my uncle, I will. He cannot banish me from my own home. From my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
No, ciekawe. No powiem wam, że no nieciekawie. Bo ja z jednej strony troszeczkę przyznaję rację dla Sebastiana, że to Imperio jest przydatnym zaklęciem, tak? Jak trzeba kogoś uratować. No niebezpieczne, ale przydatne. A z drugiej strony... trochę, żeby się nie posunął za daleko. Czaicie? Więc ja jestem taka trochę... pół na pół. Sama znajomość zaklęcia to... nie uważam, żeby było złe. Natomiast to, jak się stosuje, to może oznaczać, czy jest coś złego, czy nie.
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow?
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Ależ mogę.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately. Why, Sebastian?
Oho, nie udało się.
Wonder who lives here. Revelio.
Niestety nie udało się przekonać tatulka, znaczy wujka w sumie, żeby ten odpuścił Sebastianowi. No nic. Smuteczek. Zobaczmy, jakie jeszcze misje nam zostały. Dobra, lecimy do Sebastiana, moi drodzy. Bo chcę zobaczyć, jak to się rozwinie. Bo na pewno chcę jeszcze się nauczyć Avada Kedavra! To będzie moje ukochane pewnie zaklęcie. Będę walić je na lewo i prawo.
My young friend.
Revelio.
Did you speak with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft, nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
Huh? That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to meet you?
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organizing her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewelry, cards, old photographs. She got to her favorite, a handmade crest, and without a second thought she handed it to me. "This will keep you safe," she said. "It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet."
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it. We'll be expelled.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me through all of this. I'll send you an owl when I have news.
Dobra, czyli to już jest załatwione. Okej. To wychodzimy. Okej, i jakie jeszcze misje mamy tutaj do zrobienia? To może teraz porozmawiać z Poppy? Porozmawiajmy teraz z Poppy. To sobie tutaj ciapniemy. Okej. I zobaczymy, co mi ma do powiedzenia Poppy na temat kłusowników. Dawaj.
Oh, good, you're safe.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
If your gran's all right, and they didn't get the egg, then perhaps we're fine.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
Oh.
Exactly what kind of creature is a Snidget?
It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has rotational wings that allow it to dart quickly in any direction. In fact, the golden snitch in Quidditch is based on the Snidget, which barbarically was actually used in the sport hundreds of years ago.
Why would Snidgets be valuable to poachers?
They could make more money with Snidgets than they ever would have fighting dragons. The golden Snidget's feathers and eyes are incredibly valuable. That's why they're believed to be extinct. They were hunted out of existence by wizard kind. If the poachers found some now, I can't bear to think about the horrific way they'd be bred and killed for profit.
Where exactly are these Snidgets allegedly hidden?
Gran says the journals were a bit cryptic, which is good. Perhaps the poachers won't be clever enough to find the birds. From what she recalls, the journals only noted that the key to finding them lay in the moonlight. Gran thinks it can be narrowed down to a handful of locations.
Dawaj te miejsca, ja chcę
I
nowe
take it
ptaszki.
you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the Snidgets protected at all costs.
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it. I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
Aha, czyli znowu muszę czekać. Super! Dobra, to jak dostanę? A na razie... to porozmawiajmy z Amitem. Zróbmy to zadanko. Gdzie jest to zadanko? Czekajcie. Tu w Hogsmeade? Nie, ono jest gdzieś tu. Dobra, no to lecimy tu. Aj. Pewnie gdzieś na wieży astronomicznej będzie. Dobra, gdzie jest ten chłopak?
Revelio.
Zobaczymy, czy nam się coś uda ogarnąć z tym Amitem. Masakra. Irytek.
Revelio.
O, jest tu.
Hello there.
Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
You said you know gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but you wouldn't understand them.
Have you ever spoken directly to a goblin?
Unbelievably, no. I'm so looking forward to it. Actually conversing in gobbledygook with a native speaker. Cannot wait to confirm subtle bits of pronunciation and tone that may have eluded me, being self-taught and all.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Okej. Czyli musimy się na miejscu spotkać z nim. To od razu się tepiemy. Mapa świata. Gdzie ta kopalnia? Ta kopalnia jest aż tu. No. To lecimy.
What are you up to now?
Revelio. A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here.
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
You said this would repair the chasm between the two of you. How did you not expect him to react this way?
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves.
Tak, też tak czuję, że zaraz będzie akcja.
Determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Cock. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ?
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen. Either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return.
Nie, no była już mocna akcja dzisiaj ze smokiem. To już by było nudne. Po co powtarzać to samo?
Yes, of course.
Dobra, czyli musimy wejść pod przykrywką.
The door is looking at us.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine.
Revelio.
It's even grander than I had expected.
Milusio.
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this thing. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
Dobra, wyłazimy.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine.
Here.
No ale to możemy.
Revelio.
tu już chyba nic nie weźmiemy. To idziemy dalej.
I've read about minds like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
Jesteś tu ze mną? Dobra, mam nadzieję, że...
You'll need to stay close to me. I've dealt with worse enemies than these.
Czemu on nie chce do mnie podejść? No chodź. Boże. Jeszcze muszę się po niego wracać, pod tego głupka.
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we?
Ah, but if you don't fill up so much, you can actually go... Frank, shut! Where are those plans gone? I had schematics in my hand. Let me off! Help! No!
Nie lubię cię.
That was a little more than I'm used to.
Ravel, I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word.
A, one się zamknęły, bo ja nie jestem niewidzialna.
I'm quite good at sneaking about. You'll see.
Czy coś tutaj mogę wziąć? Coś jeszcze tu? Coś.
I feel like a character from one of the
Ale dla
adventure
twojego
books I
konia?
read during the summer holidays.
To wędzidło?
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be plans around here somewhere. A schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. There must be no notes around here. What could they be building?
Szukamy dalej. Czekajcie, tutaj coś może być.
Someone there? Someone's here.
Revelio.
Tutaj przeszukajmy.
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
To trzeba przeszukać. Trochę tego jest do przeszukania. Coś tu? Nie, tu nic nie ma.
Revelio.
Bombarda!
I'll be quiet.
Nie, to zaklęcie to trzeba.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Dobra, lecimy z nimi.
Most goblins in my family work in the mines. This is where you will fail.
That's the last loyalist.
Revelio.
Unfortunate, really. I'd imagine most goblins to be brilliant and kind. Oh, this really is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected. Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is.
Mariola. Nic nie myślę, bo w nią nie grałam.
Incendio.
Wiesz?
Revelio.
I nie ciągnie mnie do takiej gry, niestety. O, tutaj trzeba coś jeszcze.
Revelio.
Coś tu? Nie, tutaj nic. Tutaj jest tylko to. Chyba tutaj już nic nie możemy. Dobra, to na górę. No to powodzenia! Powodzenia! O. Tak. Wchodzimy tu.
Revelio.
Jeden ciuch. Drugi ciuch. A to nie ciuch. To jakaś rzecz.
Revelio.
A tutaj... Dobra, tutaj wszystko już ogarnęliśmy. Więcej tutaj rzeczy nie ma. No to lecimy dalej, tu. Ale jak ja mam tam teraz wejść?
Bombarda.
No.
Revelio.
Jak ja mam tam wejść? Ło. A może tędy?
Revelio.
Takie buty! A tutaj chyba jest... A, to są grzyby. Dobra. Lecimy. Dawaj.
Revelio.
What was that? No! I will make you. How nice of us. I won't rest. This will not go well for you. I will make you.
Potato.
Tak jest. No. Baba. No chodź.
Bombarda. That should be the last of them, Amit.
Tego nie mogę wziąć.
Revelio.
Coś tu mam do zbierania? Może wiesz, jak jest też mała stajnia, to jest bardziej kameralnie, no to swoją drogą, no nie? I tak domowo. Tylko z drugiej strony też, jak będziesz chciała się mocniej rozwijać, to mała stajnia nie da ci takich możliwości jak duża. Czemu nie mogę? Coś tutaj ominęłam, tylko nie wiem co. A może to oko muszę przejść? Tak, pewnie tak. To pewnie o to chodziło.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found.
Dobra. Tutaj coś jest. Dawaj mi to. No, dawaj teraz. Tak jest. Teraz powinnam móc wejść na górę.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here.
A, czekaj, bo tam mamy jakiś... O właśnie, jeszcze jakaś skrzyneczka do zebrania.
Alohomora.
A, to wiesz, jeszcze jak będziesz miała z kim jeździć w tej stajni drugiej, no to jasne. Kupię raźniej. Kupy nikt nie ruszy. No to jeszcze. Czemu tego nie chcę, no.
Revelio. We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
Revelio.
Can we please...
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
Revelio.
Coś tu... O, są jeszcze jakieś dwie skrzyneczki tu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know.
O matko.
After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lord Gog, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
No okej. To zrobiliśmy tą misję i słuchajcie, chyba na dzisiaj będziemy kończyć. Dziękuję bardzo wszystkim za oglądanie i tym, którzy są w tej chwili na live, i tym, którzy będą zapis tego live'a oglądać. Także dziękuję i widzimy się następnym razem. Następnym razem będziemy z Sebastianem odkrywać tą górującą kopalnię, w cieniu kopalni prawdopodobnie. Także jeszcze raz dziękuję i do zobaczenia. Trzymajcie się, pa pa!